Welcome. We are at Ingenico Paytech 2022 in Lisbon. I'm joined by Arnaud Dubreuil from Ingenico Lab. How are you doing?
Good, thank you.
How are you enjoying the event so far?
It's a great event. We have a lot of customers visiting us, so it's good to have fun with them and to do some networking. So it's a good opportunity for us.
Of course, lovely. And I guess this is, the first time you've kind of come together after quite a while. And I suppose there's been a lot of changes in the payments industry as well. Could you speak to some of those?
Sure. So yes, it has been 3 years. I mean, the last Paytech was 3 years ago in Barcelona, so a long time. And actually a lot of change and not so many things have changed. So the trends we were seeing before the pandemic still exist, actually, but some of them have speed up. So for example, the contactless payment, there's a big push for contactless payment. And during the pandemic, the thresholds of contactless payments have been increased. So we see more and more contactless transactions. Mm-hmm. Also for the QR code payment, so it used to be big in Asia with a lot of alternative payment methods using QR codes, but it was not so big in Europe or in North America. And with the pandemic, many governments introduced sanitary pass with QR codes. Or now you have restaurants with, menu with QR codes. So we now are very much used to use QR codes. So yes, it has speed up some of these trends.
Lovely, thank you. And I think CSR is at the heart of Ingenico's strategy. Could you speak a little bit more to that? Sure.
So we have actually business line working on CSR, mm-hmm. and we have also the labs, the innovation labs working on CSR. So business line are more working on making sure that we can recycle our payment terminals. So they look at electronic waste recycling. They look at plastic waste recycling. They look at not using toxic or dangerous materials, and being sure that we can conserve most of natural resources. So this is more the trends they are following. They also work on a digital receipt, so to make sure that we don't print tickets at each purchase. And actually there is also a big regulatory push for this. But at the labs, we look more at services we can bring for our customers. So green services, we look at, for example, carbon footprint compensation. And we look at it for different kind of players. So it can be the acquiring bank, it can be the merchants, but it can be also the end users that can compensate for their purchase in store. So before being able to compensate for your carbon footprint emission, you need to make sure you can calculate what is the carbon footprint of your operations or what you purchase. So this is the first thing we are looking at, and we are looking at this with partners. We don't do it alone. And it's initiatives that will come end of this year, beginning of next year. Mm-hmm. We are also looking at donation. It has always been a big work for us the past years, but this year with the economical crisis, we look more at food donation, and we work with an association on this topic, so that an end user can go to a store, buy some food, for himself, but also buy some food that he will leave at the store, and someone that is in need can come pick it up.
And if you had to choose, what are the 3 key trends that you could pinpoint?
Oh, that's a tough question. Yeah, there are so many. So actually there is a big trend about biometrics, and last year we had a lot of initiatives around facial recognition, but it's quite challenging even though the technology is mature. Some regulators are not willing to accept it, and users find it a little bit too much intrusive. So it's only valid for some markets. Now we are more working on palm vein recognition that can help to solve 2 types of business problems. Either authentication for payment, of course, or authentication for getting personalized services in store so that the retailer knows who you are, what you like, what are your purchases, and can offer you a better service. So biometrics is one of the big trends we are following. Another one is about autonomous stores. So big retailers are working on deploying autonomous stores. We have a slightly different approach because we are more looking into small retailers So you can imagine a small retailer in a village and he wants to open another store in 10 kilometers away. It might be too costly for him to open a traditional store. So we are looking at smart lockers and a packaged offer of autonomous store so that he can drop his product in the morning and the store will run by itself and sales will come in. So it's one of the trends we are looking. And this use also e-commerce solutions in store, which is one of the big trends that is related to it. So maybe the third trend I would pick up is metaverse, which is a big buzzword currently. I'm not sure it will materialize very quickly, but it's something we are looking at. There are also some biometrics for metaverse. We are looking at voice recognition, for instance, or iris scanning, or iris recognition that can be used with a headset. But we are also looking at payment devices that can be used for payment, whether they are virtual in the metaverse or physical, connected to the headset or to the remote.
Lovely. Thanks so much. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.